This is how I made the DBox. Here are the parts I used. 5 automotive relays and pre-wired bases, 1 inline fuse holder, 11 male spade connectors, 32 female spade connectors, 1 small and 2 large eyelet connectors, 4 copper crimp connectors, 1 3-amp fuse, 1 30-amp fuse, and 5 20-amp fuses, 1 6-in-1 fuse box, 1 6-inch by 4-inch by 3-inch watertight box, 4 assorted grommets, a 10-foot length of 6-conductor cord, and 1 foot of 16-gauge black wire. The tools I used in this project were a drill with a unibit, wire strippers, electrical tape, wire crimpers, and a tape measure. First, I cut all the relay wires to length. The white wire, 3 inches. The blue wire, 5 inches. The black wire, 4 inches. The yellow is left at full length, and the red wire is cut as short as possible. I did this for all the relay bases. Next, I connected the relay bases together, creating one set of 3 relay bases and one set of 2. Then I removed the tabs from all the relays, either cutting them or prying them off, and plugged them all in to each relay base. Using wire strippers, I stripped back the blue, black, and white wires. All 5 blue and white wires are stripped back 1/4 inch, while the black wires are stripped back a 1/2 inch. Once the wires were stripped, I crimped a female spade connector to each of the 5 blue and 5 white wires, leaving the black wires bare. After gathering, twisting, and taping all the black relay wires together, I crimped them to a 1 foot length of black wire using a copper crimp connector, followed by electrical tape. Setting the relays aside for now, I prepped my relay box for drilling. I marked, then drilled 4 holes on the box. A 1/4 inch hole in the front lower right corner, a 5/8 inch hole on the right side on the lower right of the box, a 1/4 inch hole in the back side on the lower left of the box, and a 1/2 inch hole on the left side of the box, halfway down on the left. Each of these holes received an appropriate size rubber grommet. Setting the box aside, I collected 6 red wires, stripping each one back a 1/4 inch on one end and a 1/2 inch on the other. The 1/2 inch ends are gathered, twisted, and taped together. Before crimping these 6 red wires, one end of the inline fuse is fed through the rear hole in the box and stripped back 1/2 inch. Now the 6 red wires are crimped together along with the inside end of the inline fuse using a copper crimp connector, followed by electrical tape. Each of the remaining stripped ends of the 6 red wires received a female spade connector. I plugged all 6 of these red wires into one side of the fuse box. Next, I plug the 5 blue relay wires into 5 of the opposing fuse box terminals. It took a little work to keep the wires from getting tangled. At this point, I fished the 6 conductor into the box through the 5/8 inch hole in the right side of the box, leaving a good length inside to work with.